What's up, One Piece fans? It's been such a long wait for this latest chapter, and it's totally worth it. So, if I do so, say so myself. And if you haven't checked the latest One Piece chapter 985, I suggest that you do because I will be spoiling. And just notice you might hear the wind blowing from my end because right now I'm on the rooftop enjoying the sun. It's finally out. It's been such a cloudy day, a cold and cloudy day, so bear with me. So without further ado, let's get into the chapter. I'll just have to mention the cover page quick. We see Luffy and Kid racing on giant parrots, and Law is riding on Luffy's parrot while feeding some smaller parrots. They're eating on these rice balls, and this is kind of symbolic to what's been happening since Punk Hazard. Law has been sort of an honorary Straw Hat member because he's been traveling with Luffy and his squad for the longest time. At this point, they're just like literally crewmates. So I don't know where Oda is leading on with that. Will Law be converted? Will Law actually join the Straw Hat Pirates? Something to think about. So then we switch to Onigashima, the back door where the Scabbards just landed together with Law. Kanjuro is there. He expected them to still make it all the way back to there. Of course, he was privy to that information because that was their initial plan to go to the back of Onigashima in some way or form. Of course, he didn't know about Law's submarine, but he expected them to turn up there, and they did. So he was right there waiting for them with a whole bunch of warriors. Of course, some of the Kaido's henchmen, because he actually was with Kaido and Orochi themselves, as he explained the failed demolition of the alliance. So he also mentions that there's no clear evidence of the samurai's invasion, but he knew that the Scabbards would definitely make it there because he knows how stubborn and persistent they might be. And he has drawn some amazing artwork of headless warriors riding on horses. I wonder why they have to be headless. I wonder what's the significance. I haven't had the time to go check out where Oda got this inspiration from. I'm sure it has some significance from some sort of mythology or story. These are comments on how well these headless warriors have been drawn, how magnificent they are. And Kanjuro goes on the usual Badman monologue of explaining how he knew things, all the things that happened till then. No, it was actually Raizo who mentions Momonosuke, says that he should free him, to which Kanjuro goes on to explain, just as I had earlier stated in our video about Momo. Momo picked up the knife as most of us expected, cut the ropes and tried to escape, even attacked Kanjuro and inflicted a wound on his hand, which was what prompted Kanjuro to get so angry and beat him to a bloody pulp till he lost consciousness. And as Kanjuro explains this, we see Kiku crying at just thinking of their dear Momo being beaten mercilessly, and she gets really pissed. We also see Kawamatsu getting really pissed, and so Kanjuro goes on to explain that Momonosuke will be executed at the party stage, and he continues talking crap about Oden's crappy bloodline and all. And we got to a funny scene. Look, it's not funny yet, when Inuarashi asks Nekomamushi what's attached to his hand, which is this some sort of gun on the arm. I'm curious what sort of ammunition that gun will have. If it will be exploding shells or just normal bullets. And as Nekomamushi explains this to Inuarashi, we see Kiku slowly putting back on her helmet, essentially delving into the warrior persona. And she looks really, really cool in this outfit. Perfect samurai gear, complete with the helmet, with the horns and everything. And Kiku explains that to Kanjuro that the scars caused by her blade carry on to the afterlife. So Kiku has a cast blade. Might be one of a Meito grade, of course, most certainly. Probably one of the 21 Owazamono swords, or even just one of the 50 grade swords, because we know some of them are cast. And Kiku attacks. She's the one who makes the first move and attacks Kanjuro. They clash, and then all the scabbards join in the battle. Nekomamushi, Izo pulls out his flintlock pistol, and Kawamatsu starts spinning his sword. Even Ashiradoji, who's been really quiet, oddly quiet, because by how I view the scabbards, Ashiradoji should be at the top, or among the top of the scabbards, like if not the strongest, among the strongest scabbards. Maybe someone who just maybe might be stronger than him, might be dangerous, but as it is, I think of him as the strongest. Maybe that's why he's been that quiet, because Oda is saving him up for some future battle, for some future developments. And they start fighting. Kiku clashes with Kanjuro. We see the lightning emanating not from conquerors. We've seen the same kind of lightning-like features emanate from a clash of armament haki. And Inuarashi is kicking his cat foot. He actually attached a sword to his severed foot. And as Nekomamushi asks him what's up with his leg, he says that that's his two-sword style. That's just a nice bit of comedy and subtle imitation from Inuarashi imitating Oden's two-sword style. And back to Yamato, who's still talking to Luffy in the attic, and she said, "Okay, let me just refer to her as him." Okay, that will be difficult. I know some people are extra particular about the pronouns to be used with these characters, but Yamato is a female. She considers herself a man, as Oden, and even Kaido himself calls her his son. So I'll go with Kaido on this. If he wants to refer to his daughter as his son, then I'll go with it. And even Yamato herself wants to be referred to as a man, so I'll just call Yamato. I'll use the pronoun he for Yamato. And he says as Kozuki Oden. Oh, god damn. Most of us already expected that that Yamato would want to join the Straw Hats. So he says that as Kozuki Oden, and since Luffy's Ace's little brother, he hopes that oh my god, this is so difficult. He hopes that he could join Luffy's crew. And Luffy is quick to mention that Oden was a beloved person, and it wouldn't. Not a lot of people will take too kind to someone else referring to themselves as Oden, especially in this case, which is Kaido's own son, the same person who killed Oden himself. So, to some people, maybe like the Scabbers, it will seem like a mockery. But I'm guessing by the time the Scabbers do meet with Yamato, a lot of shit will have happened. Maybe Yamato might have gotten their respect or something. And we expected Yamato to want to join the Straw Hats, because if he has embodied Oden's persona, Oden's values, Oden wanted freedom. He wanted to explore the world. He wanted to open up Wano, but opening up Wano was just something he wanted to do after exploring the world, after finding out about the Void Century and all that information about Shaftel and everything. And that's when Oden came back to Wano and wanted to open it up in preparation for Joy Boy's return. So it makes sense that Yamato will also want to go out to the world to explore, to have that adventurous spirit, to just see the world for himself. And he mentions that he can't do that because of the shackles that have been tied to his wrists, which are the same ones that the prisoners have, which have this sort of a range or a radius in which they operate in which when you walk out of that range, out of that radius, they essentially explode. So I'm guessing these shackles, their range has been Onigashima, or at least Wano as a whole, in which if Yamato tries to escape from Wano, they explode, they go off and basically cut off her arms. Nobody would want that. And he also goes to say that he doubts it will happen, but he also says that knowing Kaido is his father, Kaido the same father who's been beating him up mercilessly every time he tried to stand up against his wishes, will certainly go that extra mile to make sure Yamato stayed. And Luffy offers to remove them, further implying that he now has a good grasp of the advanced armament haki, which is the type of armament haki that attacks things from the inside. So Yamato agrees that he will fight alongside Luffy, though Luffy states that with or without Yamato, he will kick Kaido's ass. So, and before he goes on to remove the shackles, the screens turn on and Kaido appears. He wants to make the big announcement that he's been holding off for a few chapters, saying that it will cause some sort of commotion, some sort of tension among the people. And so we switch back to him. And it goes now. Oh my god. So Kaido, we know, it seems that he is properly informed, is well informed of the going-ons in the world, even though us, the readers who have been in Wano, are in a secluded space, so we don't get much information about the going-ons in the world. Like right now, we left the Marines making a move on the warlords. We don't know where that's gotten. So Kaido starts by mentioning this, that the world government have gotten confident enough to abolish the warlord system, meaning that they were confident in a power, in something they have in their arsenal that will be able to deal with the Yonko as a whole. I mean the pirates as a whole, yeah, that's including the Yonko, because they wouldn't just abolish an actual power that works for them without having something comparable. That is the SSG, which we still haven't been introduced to it. We know it's something to do with the pacifistas and all. So they might be modified, they might have devil fruits now. We don't know yet. So Kaido says that in response to the Marines' move by abolishing the water system, then they are going to ally with the Big Mom pirates. And in this alliance, their main goal is to go after the ancient weapons. The ancient fucking weapons. Oh, I know it was too great a power to just continue laying dormant in the One Piece story. We didn't know where the ancient weapons would come in play. But now, oh my god, there's so much possibilities, there's so much things that now could happen with this new reveal. We know Shirahoshi is an ancient weapon. She's Poseidon, she controls the Sea Kings, and she's Luffy's ally, she's Luffy's friend. Now Kaido and Big Mom want to go after these ancient weapons. Big Mom's information network is one of the largest, and she was in charge. Fishman Island was under her domain, so she might have that information. And we also know Karibo had that information and has been in Kaido's prisoner mines for a while, though now he's escaped together with the destroyers. We don't know where he is. He might actually offer information to Kaido in order to join them. Oh my god. And now that will greatly increase the stakes, because now Luffy will have to get involved. In any case, Luffy is already involved because he wants to take down Kaido. But that just brings back some more plot lines and plot threads that could possibly happen. And Big Mom appears. She has Zeus in her hand. Zeus looks passed out. I don't know what she's done to it. She has Prometheus too, and all these other hobbies that she's created. And is she the one who's dropped Nabi and Carrot there? It seems that she actually caught up to them and took them out. But they are still conscious, and Robin's noticed them. And as soon as she appears, Kaido's all like, "Where have you been?" Because we know for a long time this announcement has been delayed because Kaido is waiting for Big Mom herself and just got tired of waiting and decided to go ahead with the announcement. And Big Mom plays it off like, "I'm here, ain't I? Mama, mama." So there's no arguing, because it's actually very interesting that that they can be very focused on their goals. Big Mom tells Kaido that it's a trivial matter and that she's there, and that them working together will have the One Piece be theirs. They both say ours, meaning so far they are in tandem. They think of themselves as partners. None of them said the One Piece will be mine or something. They said ours. Maybe they plan to double cross each other, of course, once they have it, but till then, it will be theirs. So Kaido goes on with the announcement. Because speaking of the ancient weapons and the chaos it will unleash in the world, and the chaos they had all yearned after, and Orochi is actually intrigued with this information, starts laughing, and oh, little did he know. So Kaido turns up and says, "As for the rest of you," referring to Orochi's men, those who serve Orochi, he asks them to choose. He goes on to explain that Wano it's a natural fortress out of the marine and the one government's reach, because it's surrounded by waterfalls, and there's only one way in or out, I guess. And it goes on to say that if they increased the factories, made the residents of the flower capital work, it will increase the number of people. And when he says this, some of the samurai that were drinking down there get this grim look on their faces. And Kaido explains that this place will be a lawless zone for all pirates. And at that point, Orochi tells to Kaido, like, wait. The flower capital is my territory. And goes on to start condescending Kaido, talking about that, how do you think you acquired all your weapons? And Kaido, in one sweep motion, Kings just raises his turban, offering the sword to Kaido. Kaido just snatches it, and in one sweep, cuts off Orochi's head. Kaido slices Orochi's head off. Straight up. Oh Lord. And the more I see King in the story, the more I love him. It seems he's in perfect tandem with Kaido. He kind of expected what Kaido would have done. We've seen him in the previous chapter. He expected Kaido who will want to summon the Flying Six to go capture Yamato. And it seems that King is in the know-how. He's in the know of Kaido's greater plans. They might actually be best friends with Kaido, seeing as Kaido turns into a dragon, a flying dragon. King turns into a pterodactyl, a flying dinosaur. They might just be them two flying and having fun, attacking places, plundering. King also uses some fire-based attack. Kaido has a fire breath. They just have a lot of parallels between them. So everyone's shocked at this. Everyone's shocked that Kaido just sliced off Orochi's head. Fukurokuju, the leader of the Oniwan Banshun, cries off, "Oh Lord Orochi!" And Mom, I mean Big Mom, laughs off. Mama! She loves chaos. She loves this sort of stuff. And then Kaido goes on, punches the crucifix in which Momo is being hung, and says that it doesn't matter to them as pirates whether they are the Kozuki clan or the Kurozubi clan. It means absolutely nothing, because they are pirates and they've already taken over the land. They're the ones leading Wano. And Orochi was just there as a figurehead. And how ironic it is that the one thing that kept Orochi safe all this time, even with his dealings with the world government and the CP0, he kept mentioning that I have Kaido backing me, you guys can't touch me and everything. And Kaido is the one who ends up killing Orochi. But I don't think he's certainly dead. We know of his devil fruit. It's a mythical devil fruit, and that allows him the Yamato no Orochi, which has I don't know, 8 heads or 9 heads, and so that the main thing is to do with heads. I'm guessing it's usually when you cut off a head, another one pops up. But Orochi was in his human form, so I don't know if he will die, but I don't think so. I think he will survive in some way, shape or form. And Orochi is one vindictive guy. He loves revenge. After Kaido's double-crossed him like this, he might actually go and make a deal with CP0 to have them infiltrate Wano and, in an attempt to take down Kaido. This just brings up some more plot lines, possible plot lines. We don't know where Oda will go with this, and I love this about One Piece. We keep getting curveballs from Oda. You think this will happen? Oh no! This instead will happen. So Kaido offers the choice to Orochi's men. He asks them, he tells them they have 5 seconds to decide whether they'll join them and be pirates, or go against them and face them and die there and then. Luffy sees Momo and shouts out Momo's fidgeting, and they fall out of the roof into the plaza. And it seems they haven't been noticed yet. Cool. Okay, the people around there have noticed them, but people are still shocked at Kaido's declaration. No one's focusing on that. So we see those samurai that worked for Orochi all shocked. Orochi was their leader. If they were to work under Kaido in that sort of way, it would have been Orochi who decided and say like, okay, we're going to work for you guys and all. But now Orochi is dead, their leader, so it's up to them to decide. And I don't see them going against Kaido. They're in his territory in Onigashima. They are cut off from the mainland, cut off from, and they are outnumbered, really outnumbered. So most of them will, I'm so sure, will pledge their allegiance to Kaido. We know this is what Kaido does. If one of them will try standing up to Kaido, he'll be decimated, crushing their souls. And as usual, Kaido's been doing this for decades, recruiting the stronger members. And then he says that they are going to transfer Onigashima, the whole fortress, to the flower capital. Oh Lord. Haha. He also says that the expeditions, which is their main activities, of course, pirates, their main source of income, is plundering and looting. So he says that will be on the increase. Then we switch back to a scene. We see her sword. It's Kiku. Her sword is all bloody, so she might have inflicted some swords or maybe some wounds on Kanjuro. And earlier she mentioned that wounds inflicted by her sword carry on to the afterlife, so they may be cursed. They might have an even more potent kind of reaction, which we still don't know. Kiku is crying from inside the samurai armor. We can see her. And I don't know why she's crying. Maybe it's from, maybe they can hear Kaido's declaration, because Kaido is on loudspeakers. So she might be shocked, and we don't know. Like she might be they know it's the end of Wano, their country that they're trying to save, and now Ruchi's been killed. It's gonna be difficult. Then Kaido continues on to say that the name of this country will become the new Onigashima. The name, so he will abolish the name Wano itself into the new Onigashima, and its shogun who will be my son Yamato. He says that Yamato will be the new shogun of Wano, of the new Onigashima. Oh, we know Yamato wants to go to join Luffy's crew, wants to live with Luffy's crew, and immediately Yamato, together with Luffy, who at this point already fallen from the attic, she's pissed. She's like, she won't do that, you bastard. And Luffy tells him to direct him to where Momo is, because he's about to be killed. Then the chapter ends there, but I'm not entirely sure about this. The translations there. The translations have been a little bit bad this over the past few weeks. Even the previous chapter 984 actually missed an entire scene. Because in the one I read, it did have that scene where Kaido appears with Jack and King and Queen behind him, where Orochi was, and announces a new Onigashima project. So I didn't even discuss it in my last video. So I'm not even sure about this. The new, I mean the official translation will be out tomorrow, so I'm not sure if there might be something else cut off from this translation. But anyway, so Kaido wants Yamato to be the new shogun of this new Onigashima project, and Kaido himself is not that old. He doesn't look like he's dying anytime soon, so that implies that in this new war that he's building up, this new war that he wants to start, his main intention, as has always been, okay, there's a lot of disputes over what Kaido's intentions are, because we were introduced to him as a suicidal being. someone who's been trying to kill himself for a long time. He literally threw himself from a sky island 10,000 meters above the ground, smashed into the ground, and still woke up with just a headache for his trouble. They've tried to execute him a couple of times. Spears have broken when they tried stabbing him. The rope broke when they tried hanging him. I don't know why they did try drowning him in seawater. If he's a devil fruit eater, he should die. But maybe, as people say, his race might be able to breathe underwater, so that might also be useless. Kind of like what happened to Jack after being attacked by Zoe. He fell into the water, sank to the bottom of the ocean, but didn't die. He could breathe, so he was just there. He couldn't move. So Kaido's intention, he might want to start this war in order to die heroically, have a magnificent death that will impress Yamato, because he might actually think that Yamato wants to become Oden because of how Oden died, because of how manly that death was, because of how magnificent it was, and might want to one-up Oden. He might want to surpass Oden in an attempt to maybe sway Yamato back to his side in order to gain Yamato's respect. And on the other hand, of course, he wants to rule the world, so Wano itself wouldn't really be much to him as a ruler of the world. So Yamato being the shogun will be like just having a chief in your kingdom. So there, the chapter ends there, and there's no break next week, I hope. I don't see any mention of a break next week, so we're going to get an interaction because Luffy is heading directly to where Momo is, and that's where Kaido and the calamities are. So, oh my god. Big Mom herself is actually in the plaza, like directly below where Kaido are. So Luffy will bump into Big Mom before going to Kaido. And the whole reason Big Mom came to Onigashima was to get her revenge on Luffy, was to kill Luffy. That's the entire purpose of them coming there. Even it has been mentioned again and again with the Big Mom pirates who kept saying that they shouldn't forget why they are here is to kill Luffy and get their reputation back. So Luffy is now in the plaza in the direct vicinity of Big Mom. Big Mom's now aware, back in her senses. She might also remember the Oshiruko incident in the Udon prisoner mines. So she has a lot of grudges against Luffy. So there'll definitely be a fight against Big Mom. Oh my god. And Luffy might bust out his advanced momentaki. I'm very curious to see what kind of effect that will have on a Yonko tank. That's essentially Big Mom, who's described as an iron balloon. I want to see what kind of effect this new advanced momentaki that's supposed to attack from the inside will have on Big Mom. We saw that attack blow up the tree from the inside. What will happen if Big Mom took an attack like that head on? Oh my god. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see. This is your boy Kozuki.D. Tell me what you think about this chapter in the comment section below. Tell me what you think will happen if Luffy and Yamato will face off Big Mom first, or maybe one of the Flying Six will show up, because we haven't seen page one, not page one, what's this? Who's Who in a while. He might actually be there also, and we might see a fight between Who's Who and Yamato, or Who's Who and Luffy, and but Big Mom wants Luffy to herself. She wouldn't just stand back and watch, let's say, Who's Who fight Luffy and all. She'll definitely get into that. and she's a Yonko. No one will have the power to stop her from getting Luffy. So tell me what you think about the chapter. It's a very interesting one. It's your boy Kozuki.D. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.